When I was new to self-improvement, I was so eager to learn about all of these new habits. Now, there are lots of people in the self-improvement space talking about all these things, and some of them, I find the ones that are talked about most are not actually life-changing, if you know what I mean. They're just kind of like fluffy topics, general self-improvement stuff. And the ones that are talked about least are the real life-changing ones. So when you're new to self-improvement, how to know which ones are best, which ones are going to actually suit you as a person without trying them. All of the fluffy, trendy topics that you probably see in every other self-improvement video, in my opinion, are a complete fucking waste of time. If you're new to self-improvement, I'm going to help you out. I've made a habit tier list rated from best to worst. Best being absolutely life-changing, you should do it right now, and worst as in not life-changing at all. Let's get into it. So habit number 1 has to be going to the gym. This is by far the best bang for your buck self-improvement tip that I can give you. It is going to give you a natural rush of endorphins. You're going to see that fly just buzzing around. It's going to give you a natural rush of endorphins. It's going to improve your confidence. Going to the gym and feeling good about yourself has the greatest knock-on effects for your whole life. So this is number 1. This is top tier. This is the top tier habit. You should do it right now. Unless you've just trained legs, then don't do it. Habit number 2 is diet. Diet for me is everything that you put into your body. So this could be, as well as nutrition, alcohol, drugs, sugar. I'm talking from experience here. If you clean up your body, your mind, and your stomach, you're going to feel on top of the world. So this 100% belongs in the top tier habit list, improving your diet. Habit number 3 is prayer or deep breathing meditation. Now, if you're like me and you've suffered with negative thought processes or any sort of depression, social anxiety, anything like that, this is going to help you massively. This is definitely life altering. So for me, this 100% belongs in the top tier list. So it's going straight in. For me, if you did only these 3 top tier habits, you'd probably be good to go, in my opinion. Guys, if you're getting any value so far, hit like and subscribe, turn on the notifications so you can get alerts for all my future content. Habit number 4 is running. Now, I know what you're thinking, this probably could have gone into the gym spot, but I rate it so highly, I thought I'd give it a spot all of its own. If you're not too deep, or the thought of deep breathing meditation makes you want to slap yourself in the face, it's all good. You can just go running. It pretty much, for me, does exactly the same thing, as long as you're getting a high work rate in. If you're an ex-smoker or even a smoker, this is going to be massive. The question is improving your oxygen intake valuable for self-improvement? Yes. So this is another top tier self-improvement habit. Habit number 5 is sleep hacking. By sleep hacking, I mean just improving your quality of sleep. Not nearly enough people get the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. Getting a good sleep routine is so important to your well-being. It's going to make you feel sharper. You're going to be able to make better decisions, and you're going to be less tired. So this has to be another top tier entry. Habit number 6 is reading. Now, I can't deny that reading has a lot of benefits, and I've read a lot of books. Maybe not a lot, maybe like 3 or 4 books that I felt different after I read them, to the point where they've actually had a lasting effect on me. So for me, there's no question that reading books can change your life, but for most people, they're not actually going to apply that information. So kind of depends on the person. So for me, reading is mid-tier habit. Habit number 7 is journaling. While I can't deny that journaling could be pretty useful, especially if you're not terribly aware of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. But for me, it's kind of like the opposite to morning meditation. Meditation is probably better done at the start of your day and you can only journal something down after it's happened. So for me, it's kind of like defeating the object. While this can make you more aware, if you're not doing any of the other habits, pretty much a complete waste of time. So this has to be mid-tier 2. Habit number 8, dopamine detox. How many times have you heard this? It's one of the much more faddy topics in self-improvement. Yes, our brains are addicted to dopamine, but we don't just get our dopamine from scrolling on social media. Maybe you get your dopamine from some of these habits that we've just talked about, in which case dopamine detox would be terrible. If you're somebody who struggles with procrastination, for example, it's going to be detrimental for you to be on your phone all the time. But if you have things that you know you're supposed to do, you're probably an adult. So just put your phone down and do what you're supposed to do. Dopamine detox could be good for a few days if you suffer with bad productivity. Maybe if you just spend all of your days on social media or a majority of your lifetime on the shorts feed, this could work a treat. But after that, it's probably just going to be very inconvenient. Is it going to change your life? Probably not. This is in the low tier. Habit number 9, monk mode. Another incredibly annoying and irritating faddy topic that you will see in self-improvement everywhere. You've probably seen a monk mode video on your feed in the last 24 hours. And this will be controversial to all of the basic amoebas out there, but just stick with me. Can we just think logically for a minute? See, for me, when you go on monk mode, that's basically just like cancelling out all of the noise and just focusing in on what it is that you need to do. It's just being focused. That's all it is. That's how I interpret it. But it's kind of a stupid term, because what does a monk really do? All they do is go to the church and pray, or go to the temple and meditate, and probably barely eat. That's literally all a monk does. And there's nothing wrong with living like that. Being focused is great. You should be focused. You should be concentrating on your goals, but not to the point where everything else is completely blanked out. It's not conducive to a happy life. The main goal can be like the driving factor, but it can't be your main focal point. So for me, monk mode is complete and utter internet bullshit. Low tier. Habit number 10, the second to worst habit that you can possibly do in self-improvement, or another faddy topic that's talked about also, no fap. After you ejaculate, your body releases the chemical prolactin. Now, prolactin is what makes you feel tired after sex. Basically, your body will start to think that it's just achieved its primary purpose in life and making a new seed to create a whole new life. And that's when your body starts to relax and like shut down and doesn't want to do anything. The thing is that prolactin is released every single time you ejaculate. It doesn't matter if it's after masturbation or after sex. Now, half of these self-help and self-improvement gurus, the same guys that are talking to you about nofap, are the same guys who are trying to get you laid as much as possible. So where's the sense in this? Prolactin is prolactin. Doesn't matter how you're getting it. Yes, porn is absolutely terrible for your brain. And if you're the sort of person who is getting up and masturbating 4 or 5 times a day, you probably need some help. And it would probably improve your life to cut down to maybe once a week. But if you're beating off once a week or having sex once a week, remember, prolactin is prolactin. Is it really going to make your life better to just stop? I'm not so sure. So this is low tier for me. Okay, habit number 11. This is the worst, okay? This is the very, very worst thing that you can do. And it's what 99.9% of people are doing. And that is to do nothing, to not try to self-improve at all. Listen, I don't care how arrogant you are as a person, or how much of a fucking amazing human being you might think you are. I guarantee you, there will be something that you can improve on.